Okay, we're live. Yeah, we live. All right, let's see. We stretch the screen. Let's see how it makes us look. That looks awful. I don't know why we do that.
Makes me look big.
Oh, it looks like you went to the gym.
Yeah, you can leave it there.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna do that, dude. Um, all right, we are live from the compound. Similar to our favorite show, Opie and Anthony live from the compound.
Live from the compound.
So tell us a little bit about. You might want to bring the thing in if you're going to look at me and talk to me. You're going to want to talk into it and also be on camera. We got to make sure that anybody could hear us. We have one watcher right now, so thank you for watching.
Hey, viewer.
We have the monitor not on this TV, which we probably should. I'm going to move it there. Okay, let's move the monitor to this TV. And then, Gus, you could see it in kind of the back of my head, right, when you're looking at me.
Yeah.
All right, see if anybody's saying anything.
So we have the dual monitor thing going.
We have the dual monitor thing. It's all set up. It's all good to go. I don't even know if this is getting our audio, so let's find out right now.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay, it is.
Oh, it is.
Hello.
Or
it bounces so high, dude.
Yeah, maybe the gain's too high?
Okay.
So we're both on the same channel, right?
Yeah, it looks like it pumps us both into the same thing. We've never used double thing. Okay, so let's get this right next to you. So you can adjust, okay?
Yeah.
You know this thing a little bit, right?
Yeah.
All right, the gain is too high on both of ours. Because look at it, it's like bouncing all off the ceiling on it.
I say some stuff.
I'm saying stuff and it's going to yellow, so it shouldn't go into yellow when we say stuff.
Try again.
You just did, and it goes still pretty bad.
Hold on.
I think I'm the left channel and you're the right channel on this. It's coming up. Jed, you better not be biting any wires. Okay. So, if you guys have any questions for us, be sure to comment. We could see it. Maybe. I think we should be able to see it. I don't know. If we're not, you could text me or something.
Man, it's really loud.
Yeah, bring it. So when you bring it down, it just. Oh, here, this one. Talk.
No,
No, nothing.
No.
What do these do? What do these knobs do?
This is just an adapter, so you can hear yourself.
Oh, monitor.
Yeah, monitor.
So maybe we should monitor. We should turn on the monitor.
Yeah. Do you have we could hook this up to a speaker or headphones.
It'll just play through the TV. How do I use the monitor? Audio. Devices. Monitoring device. Default. Disable audio during ducking. Push to talk. Oh, crap. Default. Let's make it come from our TV over there. Oh, we got a cat on screen. Apply. But I can't hear anything from the TV, so. That's weird. Okay. How do we fix this guy? Oh, here. Advanced audio properties. Okay. Should we minus volume from it so it doesn't come off? But like, I'd like to hear what we're sounding like.
Yeah, I mean, if you have headphones, I think that's an easy way to do it. But
you need headphones, huh? I'm trying to think.
I just don't know why we're both showing up on the same channel.
I think that pumps it both to the same one. I don't know.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, it does definitely though.
I know how to split them through. What's it called?
Oh, here's the monitor. Here, I can turn it on. You know how to split them through what?
Through FL Studio, but I'm guessing you have to use this program to split them. you'd have to sign. Oh.
I probably. This is why people have headphones. Okay.
I think you
I gotcha.
should get through
I gotcha.
through OBS.
I have 3.5 millimeter headphones.
Yeah.
Here. Only one. I think this one is the only one that works on it. Go ahead. And plug it in. And we can try it. Alright. Let's get the audio. We're mostly going to get the audio working on this one show. So if you want to ask us questions, please feel free. Text them in to this number. You should have my number if you're going to text in questions. Or you could just chat, because the chat should show up on here. I could bring it up, the Facebook chat on here, I guess. And the YouTube chat. Then I have to bring up every chat. Ugh. Can you just text me if you see this? Oh my god! Yeah, I guess I'll check the Facebook.
I don't hear anything coming out of this.
Or you can just chat, because the chat should show up on here. I can bring it up, the Facebook chat on here, I guess. And the YouTube chat. It doesn't sound that bad. The chat.
No.
Ugh. Can you just text me if you see this? Oh my god!
Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad at all.
No. Yeah, I guess I'll check the Facebook.
I don't hear anything coming out of this.
Just chat, because the chat should show up on here. I can bring it up, the Facebook chat on here, I guess. And the YouTube chat. It doesn't sound that bad. The chat. It should sound better. Can you just text me if you see this? Oh my god!
Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad at all.
Yeah, I guess I'll check the Facebook. Maybe this one. This is.
Do you hear?
No.
Anything?
No, it's the other one. It's the other side.
Ooh.
We got 3
I tried using OBS to assign to different channels. I'm not familiar with the program.
Yeah, neither am I. So we're just gonna have to figure it out.
Alright, I'll Google it.
You can try it, look it up, go for it. I'm gonna just play with it from here. So it doesn't sound right, so our monitor sounds bad, but we just need headphones to the thing. And then if we just had headphones right now.
Yeah, don't have any.
This is another, there we go. I guess it's another thing that needs to be added to the stream.
Yeah.
Just some simple headphones, just 3.5 headphones. Yeah, we just all 3 headphones. And long cords, and then we could plug it into the computer, and then we could monitor the OBS.
Mm-hmm.
We can monitor what we sound like. All right. It's the next thing that needs to be bought.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Let's see, OBS.
So you gotta buy stuff, guys. When you're going live, you go live. See, when we started the show, Opie used to be a part of our show. Remember him? Opie, let's watch a video of Opie talking to Rogan.
How to get multiple audio tracks in OBS.
Opie Rogan. This is a great video. This reminds me of this is like my entire life, this video.
Yo, Joe Rogan, I got a question for you. Saw that you were coming to New York City for the UFC,
Can you cover your mic?
and I got excited. Haven't seen you in a while, so I DM'd you, and I also texted you saying, "Hey, man, why don't you do the Opie Radio podcast? It'd be great." I also said, "No pressure if you can't."
Oh.
Also said, "Congrats on the Netflix special, which was awesome." Also said, "Congrats on all the continued success."
Would
love to have you on my podcast.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And you never wrote me back. Huh?
That's you, dude. That's you. You never wrote
I
me.
know damn well there was nothing I've done to you.
Oh wait. The
that would
people
make
who are
you
watching can't even see this.
respond.
Sorry, guys.
So maybe you could explain why You didn't DM me back or text me back when I asked you to do the Open Radio podcast. All right? All right. I do love you.
Can we start?
I do miss you.
Can we start this one again?
Just wanted Then I got.
I can watch this like so many.
No, Joe Rogan. I saw that you were coming to New York City for.
Guess we'll never get his podcast.
And I got excited. I haven't seen you
But
in
we
a
were
while.
to begin with, so who cares?
So I DM'd you. And I also texted you saying, hey, man.
Hey, man.
Why don't you do the Open Radio podcast? I also said, no pressure if you can't.
You literally
Also said, congrats on the Netflix special, which was awesome.
And I let you on my screen, so.
Also said, congrats on all the continued success. No pressure, but would love to have you on my podcast. And you never wrote me back.
Never wrote me back.
Huh? What's that about? I know damn well there was nothing I've done to you that would make you not even respond. So maybe you could explain why you didn't DM me back or text me back when I asked you to do the Open Radio podcast. All right?
All right.
All right. I do love you, and I do miss you. Just want an explanation. Peace.
Peace.
and it's so much fun.
Literally, Rogan has his legal team set up, so you get pulled if you play any videos from his thing. Yeah. So gotta watch out for that. Not Opie though.
Not Opie. Alright, so you lowered it from there. You think it'd be good, or should I keep researching?
Yeah, let's try. Let's listen to us. Let's actually go on Facebook, but it's Andrew's Facebook. That's what's hilarious. I'm literally on Andrew's Facebook. Should I post anything? No. He's so nice. He lets us use his computer. But I really want to. I really want to go up here and just be like,
oh my God.
I hate the Nets. Right? How great would that be? You think you'd like that?
No. You're gonna get him to stop working with us.
Do you think people on the internet like that Jed is there laying down behind me?
Yeah, the internet loves cats.
Wow, I love cats. I love memes. Did you see the meme the other day where the guy, he was like, it's a grumpy cat?
Can I have cheeseburger?
Oh, dude. I swear to God, I can have cheeseburger.
Saturday. Saturday, guys.
I'm a success kid, dude. I'm a success, dude. I'm a success in my mom's eyes, dude. Success kid. What's another? Dude. I think I can have cheeseburger. Dude, it's funny though. I think I can have cheeseburger better than okay. I can have cheeseburger. What other memes are really good back in the day?
I like mudkips. Right?
Dude,
Yeah.
I like mudkips, dude. I think I like mudkips was really good because it was so great. Cause first of all, you think Pokemon, you're like, not that funny. Pokemon, you play the game.
Yeah, no humor in that.
Not no humor. A kid running around capturing animals and saying you gotta fight them now. Right? Put them in a little ball, trap them. It's a game about trapping, hunting, and trapping, basically.
Michael Vick over
Oh my God! All right. What did you take it down? Whoa. Back to CBS. Over here. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not funny, dude. I literally. Oh my God. Okay, I hate the Nets. I'm not gonna post that. Let's actually hear what we sound like. Nobody's literally watching on here, so we can just talk. Me and you could just look at each other and just talk to each other and see how that goes. Do this Rogan style.
Alright.
No, don't play that. Look at this. Look at what's we gonna watch. First of all, I'm sorry, WoW Classic. I played. This guy never played WoW.
No.
I played WoW until level 15, and then I had homework to do. So you're not advertising to the right people. Your campaign failed, right?
Yeah.
If you advertise to one person that it doesn't work to, your campaign completely fails. Actually, that's how campaigns work. Okay, let's hear how we sound right now.
Last Blood.
Did you see Arnold Schwarzenegger talk about it? I'll go to show you. I'll put it on. That's really funny.
Last Blood? Is that what it's called?
It's called
Last Blood?
called Homeos, I think. Last Blood.
It's like menopause.
I could have taken this one down. I literally am. I could have taken this one down.
No, like I said, no more. All clean humor. From here on in.
Alright. That's potty mouth, dude.
That's just, it's not bad.
It's life, right?
Yeah. That's the thing that
If
happens.
you think that, like, if that's bad, right? But it's not something you go to work and be like, oh, dude, this is like, you wouldn't be like, hey, guys. You wouldn't make, like, a Rambo joke like that, dude. I literally can't find our own screen. This is the joy of you. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. You give us all free, unlimited upload storage. See, this is what I didn't get about the ad pop. You know, you heard about this ad apocalypse? Basically, YouTube demonetized a lot of videos. And, like, they're like, wow, you're just removing this. It's like, they put it up there for free, dude. Like, they created this advertising service for you. Like, they never gave it to me.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, they're saying that, like, you know, you can put up as much as you want. You can put advertisers in your thing. We're just not going to bring them to you.
Yeah.
We're not going to bring you certain advertisers, and people freak out about it. And I get it. Like, I care about people, like, making money who I like. But, like, I'm like, if, like, YouTube like, it doesn't give you money, like, you just have, like, they still give you unlimited storage.
Yeah. Unlimited.
Unlimited. And they let you curse and stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Rogan is, like, does some bad stuff. First of all, where is our video? Dude, where's our live stream, bro?
Let's watch Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop.
Dude, JonTron. We used to be with Game Grumps. We used to be with Game Grumps. But remember when we were on Game Grumps?
Yeah, I was on Game Grumps.
Remember when we were on Game Grumps?
Yeah, I was on Game Grumps.
Remember when we were on Game Grumps? Is it double? It sounds kind of like weird. Hello to whoever else is watching. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hello to whoever else is watching. Thank you. It sounds like doubled. Right?
It's probably because it's picking us up. Like.
And then we're playing it again? I don't think so, right? Let's go to the Facebook screen. This is why we need the monitor, right?
Yeah.
We need monitor headphones, right? So I just write that down. Stop scrolling through his thing. Like a creep. Look at that actor. I'm a failed actor. It says failed actor.
Fail.
No. It's messed up. Oh. Why does it always sound like that? This is why we need the monitor, right? We need monitor headphones, right?
I don't know.
It's not good.
I mean, what changed? Like, we.
Let's listen to you. Oh, the Scarlet. Look. Look. There's two things.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, let's talk now.
Hello. That's not picking us up. Hello.
Now it should work.
Hello.
Oh, Scarlet. Look. Look. There's two things. Okay, we're trying to fix this, guys. Oh, I think the two people watching is me and me. Because the YouTube and the Facebook. Okay, let's talk now.
Hello. That's not picking us up.
Thanks.
That was all you. You fixed it. You opened up the Scarlet.
This is like not something you want to do with anger here. Let's just admit it, right?
Yeah.
When you take it out, does yours have these two things? Yeah, we're trying to fix this, guys. We do this.
Yeah.
When you want to look at me, take it out, and press this down, and it releases the clamp that's holding it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Oopsie.
So we're really want to get the audio just like down, man. Like I want to get the audio like working like perfect. You know what I mean? Like I want to figure out all this stuff, but it's kind of like the conversation we were having about Flam. Like you gotta be ready. You gotta like when you're on, you gotta be on. You know what I mean? So let's like if we're on, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Oh man, I better watch what.
Yeah, don't.
What are you doing here? He's messing with stuff. Anyway, welcome to the stream. To the this is called the Streamer Stream. We lost Andrew tonight.
Rest in peace.
See, Gus, no,
Sorry.
that's bad, dude. That's not good. You literally said, oh, God, Gus.
All right. Okay. Now. Okay. See if it works now.
What?
It might sound better now.
All right, let's listen to it again. Let's watch ourselves.
I added more RAM.
You downloaded RAM, dude? Dude, that reminds me of, dude, that's funny, but, like, not funny like a mud kiss. Like,
No.
like a Icon has cheeseburger, dude.
Right, like awkward penguin.
Awkward.
Socially awkward penguin.
Oh, dude, I forgot Socially Awkward Penguin, and he had, like, that blue background.
Yeah. And then socially awesome penguin.
Yeah, red background.
Yeah.
Like, talk to the girl. Talked back.
Right. Got him.
Got him. Made this meme. She definitely stopped talking to me then. She definitely not talking to me after that. Oh, good. We can just watch it on here, and then we don't have to give ourselves fake views. I don't like looking at the view count. I like the couch. I actually would probably prefer if we were facing each other when we're just talking.
I just like watching the TV.
I like. Okay, let's turn on the monitor.
Baba Booey.
Let's turn on the monitor. Baba Booey.
Hello.
Hello. Are our gains the exact same?
Yeah.
Wait, how come when you talk, Gus, it doesn't light up? Your side doesn't light up.
It does. Oh no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Wait,
your side isn't.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yours is
No,
No, it doesn't. Wait, your side. Turn up your game.
Hello. That might be better. Hello. That might be better.
Okay, let's stop. Reset. Looks like I'm
Yeah,
mistaken.
reset.
So, how's going back to college?
It's a lot of work, but I just want the piece of paper at the end, and I want the status that comes with it.
Dude,
I want people to think I'm smart.
let me tell you something about having a bachelor's. When you have a bachelor's, people you literally automatically get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
like you get a bachelor's, you instantly get a job. Like there's this thing what happens like they hand you a diploma and literally someone calls you, right? And, like you get calls, like literally you get hit up all the time for jobs. Like my LinkedIn is constantly hit up for jobs. You might turn up your game a little bit. It's still not that sensitive, yeah.
I think it's because your voice is really loud.
Well, that's why you got to bring yours up so you can pick you up evenly.
Now it should be working. You see that? How it's glowing when I'm saying words?
Okay, that's good. But we want it to sound good. We want it to sound even. But I do have a radio voice, man.
Yeah, you do.
But it should be able to pick you up because Rogan has a bunch of weird, awkward people on there who can barely talk. So
Yeah.
But anyway, so when I got my degree, like I was told, get this degree in engineering, you'll definitely get a job.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy. Like I was able to get, dude, I had so many jobs thrown at me. I had 10 jobs, dude.
Wow.
I had so many jobs, dude. Dude, no clue how many jobs I had, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I literally graduated like I remember when you got your associates. I remember because you got your associates like a year after me.
Something like that.
Yeah, a year and a half, right? Because maybe a year and a semester. Did you graduate in winter semester?
Yeah, I think so.
So what happened with me is that like I got mine, and then you got your associates, and I remember half as many jobs came for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right. And we got these like super practical degrees, and like I was always told, like you had a practical degree, bookkeeping, accounting, associates, computer engineering associates, that'd be good, right?
Yeah.
And like so, what happened is like it's crazy, dude. Like like literally my LinkedIn was so crazy. Like I got so many LinkedIn messages, they started literally showing up in my Facebook.
Yeah.
Like literally, job people gotta go ahead and Facebook. Like Google showed up in my Facebook, dude. They did, dude.
Wow.
Dude, Google is like, dude, please computer engineer here. Dude,
Yeah.
like we need you. We need you to engineer a computer here, man. Like, can you please? We need this computer engineer, dude. Like,
Yeah.
nobody can handle it. Google came to me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook came at me. They're like, dude, we need a computer here too. Zuckerberg needs a new computer. And
Just build one for us, right?
they're engineer it.
Engineer it.
They're like, you're the man for the job. We heard you got that degree. We heard you got that very practical degree.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to study art and stuff like that. I love art and stuff, you know. And so do you. Wait, I forgot. You love art as well.
Yeah.
You love art, and I love psychology. Oh wait, we love the liberal arts. Like you like, I like psychology and stuff, and like you like English and stuff.
Yeah.
And we deliberately didn't study those things because remember, like we came from these families. They're poor families. We did come from poor families, and so we were like, let's get a degree that's like, I just want a job.
Yeah.
But it worked. That's the only thing. It worked. Like I specifically got this job. I remember my first job was like I had to because I got a computer engineering degree. I had to engineer stuff for people, like new computers, like engineer new computers for people. Like I had a full-time job engineering computers because I had multiple people coming at me for jobs. Like you think I'm joking, but you really think it's funny, right?
Yeah.
But seriously, everybody wanted to give me a job. What's another great company that really wanted to give me a job? Like Apple, they came at me, dude. They said they messaged me on iMessage actually.
Oh yeah.
They got direct. They're like, we heard about your degree, dude.
Yeah, we don't even want to interview you, right?
Yeah,
Like,
they didn't interview me. I hate the sound of my laugh. Nobody's watching, but this is too much fun. So, but dead serious. I got a job. I got they're like, I got a job for you.
Yeah.
Jobs needs a new computer engineer here, right? And I was like, dude, I can engineer any computer you want, dude.
Yeah.
Like I got this degree, meaning I know it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so they gave me this job at Apple, and like I talked to everybody there. Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs.
The was, dude.
Dude. I was hanging out with them, and they're like, dude, we heard you got that degree. Dude.
Yeah.
And we heard that you got this very practical degree, and they're like, oh, like, you must come from a very wealthy background. And I was like, no, actually, like, I don't. Like, my family never made that much money. Like my mom raised me, and she worked really hard to raise me, and on a single parent salary, on an immigrant salary, and she always told me how important education was. So I got a practical education, and then I instantly got a job.
Wow.
And then he's like, wow, that's a great, fascinating. And so I engineered their computers there. And I engineered their computer, but at part-time, Google had me come in and engineer the computers that are now used for Google Photos. Like you know how you can store so many photos on there?
Yeah.
I engineered one of those computers that can store your photos on there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like I remember the guy there, like was like, dude, like he takes the USB, like you put your things, like you send it to them, and the guy moves it. Like they don't have FTP set up. I didn't know how to set up an FTP. I didn't learn that in college. So the guy moves it because I sent him two computers. So he just takes a USB stick and he moves it to the cloud server. Like he stores it on the he moves it, dude. He's the guy who does it. I didn't know how to make it. I engineered. Remember, I have a degree, meaning I understand this perfectly because I studied it for 4 years straight. You're doing nothing but studying when you're doing that.
Yeah, dude.
That means you've been, you means you're an expert, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're a professional.
A professional, right? Yeah. And what I learned I learned about So when you got your accounting associates, the jobs came out left and right. Big Four.
Yeah, Big Four. All four of them were like trying to vie for my attention, like whining and dining me. They're just like, hey, you should come out, to the Hamptons, like.
Right. KPMG did that for you.
Yeah.
KPMG texted you. I remember when you got the KPMG email.
Yeah.
And the email said, hey, my name's it was like Bryn or something, and it was like, and they're like, come out with us to the Hamptons. We're doing a work we want a work meet and greet. Yeah. And so how'd that go?
Oh, it was awesome. I was at this party, they're like giving me drinks and stuff.
The thing is that we don't talk about drinks on here, too much, too far. But that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. KPMG did offer you, say one thing, they could only offer you part-time because you had half a degree.
Yeah.
They said you specifically, they said you could not, you can't, I remember you're like, that's why you work part-time now, right?
Yeah, I can't work full-time.
Right.
Without it.
Right, without a full degree.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually got half a diploma.
Yeah. I remember you get the other half when you're done.
Yeah.
You got the Big Four. Oh, this is what I remember. They were like, you got emails from each of them, and you would say to me like, John, really, it's like the Big Two, because really they're all giving me half a job part time. Yeah. They're like, and they put you on hourly, dude. They made you clock in and stuff, and I remember you telling me you had they would send you your hours before you start retail. They would send you the week before. Yeah. They would send you dude, they need you 8 to 4 on Tuesday. We need you they would say they would say, oh, we need you a full day on Tuesday. Oh, only half day on this day. Oh, Steve called out. Can you come in? Do some accounting for him, right?
Yeah. I gotta account for Steve.
You gotta account for him. Yeah. How does it feel to do when you have an associate's accounting? Does that mean you only understand half of what accounting's all about? Because I am a computer expert. I literally designed I literally can design anything, dude. I remember when the PS4 came out. I told you I already remember I showed you the drawing section.
Yeah, you had these beautiful schematics for it.
Dude, I did, right?
Yeah, you're I want to build my own.
And it didn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm going to design it, dude. And I told you I could design this computer, dude. Dude, I told you I could design any computer I wanted.
Yeah.
I remember I had a 4-year degree. But if I was a master, I could do it. I could design 2 computers at once.
Yeah. But I don't even have to buy one. I'm gonna DIY it myself.
Right.
A PS4 computer processor.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they came out with it. And then before Wii came out, I remember I said I could totally build a Wii. I just need someone to send me the remotes. Remember?
Yeah.
And dude. So that's what happens. When you have a degree, you instantly are an expert. Yeah. You can ask me anything about a computer, dude. And honestly, I will answer that at a bachelor's level, which is a full degree.
Yeah.
But it's like if I was a master, I could answer like 2 questions at the same time about it.
Good.
PhD, 3 questions at the same time about it.
Question.
Like you could be like, how's it? First of all, where's the Nintendo computer design? Second of all, where's the iPhone 8 computer design? Third of all, where's the thing? But all simultaneously, I could answer all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I could do it.
You can like say an answer and then type another one.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the thing about like. That's the thing I'm happiest about is that I went to school and I man, it's honestly like it was too many jobs, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you found it, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine you had a full degree? You'd get way more, dude.
I wouldn't even know what to do with
Dude,
myself.
I was going crazy, dude. I went to the school, like top 100 school, right?
Yeah.
Right? I was like, whoa, this is top 10 engineering in the country. What? And that's what they said to me. They said, we know you went to a top 10 school. Here's a job, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you deserve it.
You deserve it.
There you go.
You deserve it. You went through this rigorous engineering program. Like,
I think that's like a law, right?
The
Right.
law basically says that. I think that that's one of the laws they put in.
Yeah, like if you're a big enough employer, you must have job openings every end of the semester.
You end of semester, open up and get these diploma kids.
Get it.
Yeah, I think that it's just what I think is incredible. Really, really, I really do. Is when I graduated high school, there's no job. There was not a job out there, right? Like I was working at GameStop. You were working at a hospital, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and I remember they said you can't have this job anymore. They're like, you can't have this job, right? Yeah, they're like, my family was like, you really gotta go get a degree because you can't work anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Education is really man, it's very respected, I think, by companies and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know those jobs that you apply to and it says entry level and it's like 3 plus years?
Yeah.
Yeah, they mean 3 plus years of college, dude.
Yeah.
They mean full degree. That's what it means.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nothing else. Like I'd say college was hard, and then everything else was easy after.
Yeah. No, you're right. And it wasn't even too. It was just a little hard.
It was just not even that hard. Like you didn't have to take anything unrelated to your major. That was what I liked the best. Like like in high school, you have to take all these different classes, right? Like you have to take all these extra like courses, and they're like, you got to do this. Remember our counselors?
Yeah.
You got to do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do this.
Yeah.
And they would make you take all these courses. Unrelated, they would say like you got to do this. You got to core courses. They call them core courses.
Core.
And you have to do them only in high school. Because in college, like you basically choose the education that you're getting. Right? You're like, I'm studying this. I'm just gonna study this, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
It was so straightforward and to the point about it.
Yeah. You pay for the classes you want to take.
Right.
Right. Like, and it's all related.
Right. And the best part is that like yeah, you do get loans, right? But like the loan, you didn't take loans even though. You didn't take
No.
No. I took loans and dude, I got a job. Any job you get, they actually pay your loans, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. Like that's why you should have took out loans.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, this is an investment. I definitely couldn't use this investment for anything else in my life. Like I couldn't use it anywhere else in my life. Like period. Like I couldn't use it to have a home. I couldn't use it to do anything. I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't start a business. Definitely couldn't do that. College is great, dude.
No, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm like really psyched that I'm gonna get all these jobs.
You're back into it, and right now, what are you're studying religion. I know this. I know you. You know what I mean? So,
I get tax breaks actually because it's like as part of the church.
Oh,
Church
tax free.
Yeah.
Tax free.
Yeah.
A little too far, but tax 3. Yeah. Too far. Very funny. TBS, not funny.
That was too far.
They'll never put us on.
They'll never put us on.
Please put Conan, we'll take you. We'll take you. Have half the ratings. We'll take you. Dude, Conan literally blocked our video and it got removed from YouTube, so I couldn't even download it to re-edit it.
Really?
Yeah. Because of Conan, dude.
Wait.
That never happened to me because I played a Bill Burr on Conan video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Nobody's watching, so we could just keep talking crap.
So how does it sound, though?
You want to, let's hear it out. Yeah, let's hear it out.
You dropped your pillow.
I want to bump you up a little more. Keep talking.
Hello, Cleveland.
No, that's not how you normally talk. Just talk to me.
Just talk to me. Hello, I'm Gus, and I'm talking into a microphone right now.
Whisper. Hello, how are you? Is that too low? Okay, that's okay. It's okay. Now it'll pick us up, basic. Now it's getting us.
Oh, yeah?
I don't want it to get me, though.
You don't?
Wait, don't talk? Yep, it's getting me. Yeah, sorry. Okay, it's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Whoa.
Woo! Okay, so, yeah.
No more echo.
Yeah,
No more echo. How's it sound? I can't tell. No more echo. How's it sound? I can't tell. It's just looping.
It is?
Yeah.
It's not picking it up there.
Yeah.
Oh, God, we need the monitor so badly. Alright, let's just try to hear it one more.
Yeah, I was picking it up.
It's good, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to do it. You ever get a chance to leave it on in the background and just listen to it?
No.
We'll have to do it. You ever get a chance to leave it on in the background and just listen to it?
That's perfect.
We'll have to do it. You ever get a chance to leave it on in the background and just listen to it?
When it
That's
loops,
perfect.
the quality gets
We'll
worse.
have to do it.
But
I think it's good.
But that first one's good, yeah.
You keep talking now before I turn on because I wanted to get you now.
Alright. I'm talking. This is my regular voice. I love talking. I talk as often as I can. Alright. I'm talking. This is my regular voice. I love talking. I talk as often as I can.
Okay.
It's good.
It's good. Always talk right into the microphone. Just always talk right. Yeah, pull it in.
Yeah,
always
no,
talk right into it.
It's right here. Hello.
It's right here. Hello. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about. So because you're not studying something practical now, so why? So you're studying something not practical now. Why?
Oh, now it's going red. Hello. Was that too close initially?
Hello.
Here, you talk. Whoa, that's going crazy. Hello. Oh. Is it too much?
I don't know. It looks fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't like it doing that though. It looks fine before talk.
Okay, now it's not gonna do that anymore.
Alright, we're fine. Okay, so these mics are sick.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
Okay, yeah, anyway, so. Stop playing with it, dude. Like, we're in the middle of a stream. You're playing.
I know.
Remember, they say life is play.
Who said that?
No, people say that. View work as play, and then you'll never work a day in your life.
That, right?
Huh?
Rumi.
Rumi?
Yeah.
One of my roomies?
No, Rumi.
What's Rumi?
The poet. That guy, that old guy. Rumi, Rumi.
I've never heard of this guy.
No, he's like super famous.
Should I know about this guy?
Probably.
Should we look
Probably
it up?
like your uncle or something. I think, like you're from Southeast Asia. So is he, it's a possibility.
Rumi, huh?
Don't even look him up. Like, who cares?
This guy?
He's like,
Dude, this guy is from like a long time ago, it looks like. Dude, I don't know who this guy is.
no? He's like very
He's
famous.
Persian, dude.
Look when he was born. That was not that long ago.
In like 1207. In the 1207. Let's look up Rumi quotes. Rumi quote.
That sounds like a roommate app, right?
Yeah, it does.
Rumi.
I bet they're gonna make that. Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form. Oh, wow, that's true.
Anything you lose is your fault.
that's Jocko.
I know.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
I like don't grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form.
Yeah, maybe we won't be alive for it though.
Wow, that's so interesting. Like, I totally feel like that way. Like when I, what happened? What's it? Have you ever lost like?
I can't make any comments.
I know you can't. Let's talk about physical things. Like, have you ever lost anything physical ever?
I lost my keys once.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lost my wallet with $800 in it in my gym shorts when I was at a play at Nova.
That's not
And I lost it, and it came back in the form of nothing. I never came back, so that doesn't really add up for me. Doesn't really.
You have a wife now. That's like better than
Oh, it came back. It came back. Oh, okay. That really directed, right?
Yeah.
Let the beauty we love be what we do.
What?
Oh, that's usually what happens to me at work. I'm like, wow, I should really just let the beauty, and then every time I work out, they're like, oh, go do that.
Well, really? Wait, hold on. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do.
No, you added some words to that, dude.
No, let the
Of what we love.
Let the beauty of what you love be what you do.
Let the beauty we love be what we do. So when you're at when you're at work, like let's say when I work at GameStop, and they're like, put away these games. I'm like, but the beauty of what I would do is like something else. This guy does not add up, dude.
He didn't work at GameStop.
What?
He never worked at
He'd
GameStop.
be good at it though. Beauty surrounds us, but we need to be walking in a garden to know it.
Okay, what the hell does that even mean?
It means that beauty surrounds us.
Yeah.
When you're in a garden. That's what.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, when you're in a garden. Let's compare this with Jocko quotes.
Let the beauty we love be what we do. Like, why is it all about beauty, right?
Yeah, right? Like,
it sounds kind of shallow.
Yeah, right? Jocko quotes. Let's compare.
Who do you think would win in a fight?
Yeah, I wonder, right? Okay, let's do this up. Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form. Wow, that's true.
I thought you said that already.
Right. Discipline equals freedom. Good leaders don't make excuses. Instead, they figure a way to get things done. Oh my God. Okay, let's go to good quote. Good reads. It's not what you preach; it's what you tolerate.
That's so true.
That is true. I agree with this guy a lot more than this guy. And what's his
extreme ownership? He's
awesome, dude. He's just like, only from the heart can you touch the sky. Let's go back here. Okay, let's look at him. Don't expect to be motivated every day to get out there. Make things happen. You won't be. So count on motivation. Count on discipline.
Yeah.
We are born of love. Love is our mother. The most fundamental and important truth at the heart of extreme ownership. There are no bad teams, only bad leaders. Extreme ownership. Leaders must own everything in their world. There's no one else to blame. Let's go back to Rumi. Why should I be unhappy? Every parcel of my being is in full bloom. Leaders should never be satisfied.
Always strive to improve.
They must build that mind set into the team. They must face the facts through a realistic, brutally honest assessment of themselves and their team's performance, identifying weaknesses. Good leaders seek to strengthen them and come up with a plan to overcome challenges. The best teams everywhere, like the SEAL teams, are constantly looking to improve, add capability, and push standards together. It starts with the individual and spreads to each of the team members until this becomes culture, the new standard. The recognition there are no bad teams, only bad leaders, facilitates extreme ownership and enables leaders to build high-performance teams that dominate on the battlefield, literal or figurative.
Oh, bird of my soul, fly away now, for I possess 100 fortified towers.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
No more excuses. No more, I'll start tomorrow. No more, just this once. No more, just accepting the shortfalls of my own will. No more, just taking the easy road. No more, bowing down to whatever unhealthy or unproductive thoughts float through my mind. Did we get it all?
Pilgrimage to the place of the wise is to find escape from the flame of what is that?
Separateness.
Separateness.
Stop researching every aspect of it and reading all about it and debating the pros and cons of it. Start doing it. Okay, this is one of my favorite videos. I hope we don't get demonetized for it.
If we do, it's your fault.
But if we do, it's totally my fault. But you
Take
said
ownership. Jeez, he's a scary looking dude.
Got a business that needs a website? I created one for my agency with Wix.
Dude, Wix
I'll show you how. First, go to
I made
Wix.com.
the
Our
computer
agency is all about creativity.
I engineered
We
it.
want our website to be as dynamic as
He
we
can put
are.
whatever title he wants on there.
Now we're talking.
Wow.
Yeah.
This show reel helps us attract new clients, so we always keep it up to date. Looking good. Being an ad agency that can't advertise itself is not a good look. Luckily, Wix hooked us up with a personalized SEO plan to make sure the clients can find us on Google.
Nice.
Yeah, I need the guy who built that.
We just won an award for some epic content. I'll share the news right now with an email marketing campaign. And
Yeah.
a pick.
You can pick whatever background you want with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the GPU I put in.
Turned out great.
I designed it. I learned it in my school.
Wix.com. Create your own professional website today.
Yeah. I am amazing, dude. I'm amazing. I have a degree.
One of my direct subordinates, one of my guys that worked for me, he would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on, and he'd say, "Boss, we got this and that and the other thing," and I'd look at him and I'd say, "Good." And finally, one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem, and he said, "I already know what you're going to say." And I said, "Well, what am I going to say?" He said, "You're going to say good." He said, "That's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good." And I said, "Well, yeah, when things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on the other one. Didn't get funded. Didn't get the job you wanted. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Got tapped out? Good. Got beat? Good. We learned. Unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution." That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out, don't get startled, don't get frustrated.
Turn that game up.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate,
He's gonna kill Remy, dude.
re-engage.
Oh my god. You're gonna kill me, man. I don't want to meet this guy.
Attack!
Where did this guy grow up?
I don't know, dude. Not on Earth, dude. Like in the hyperbolic time chamber or something, dude. You got injured? Good.
Good.
Stop breathing. This is two different ways to look at the world. The world is endlessly beautiful.
Jeez.
Good. Man, I shouldn't have put that video on. That's stupid. We're gonna get demonetized. It's literally his most popular video. Definitely ad.
Why you did that?
Why did I do that?
That's worse than me.
No. 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 You make us have to edit this. You make us have to do so much. But it's funny though. Okay, so tell me this. What made you decide to go, like, you could have gone back to college and studied anything. Seriously. Like, and I really wonder about this. What made you decide to go back to study religion?
Because I read a lot.
You do read a lot, so why wouldn't you take English?
Because I don't care about English.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, I read for entertainment. Like, you know, it's like watching a movie. If I like watching movies, I don't want to go study film.
Right.
You know, like, I like reading books. I don't want to, like, necessarily learn about English.
Right.
That's really it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Religion, just like it encompasses so much more than that. I feel like, you know, it's like on a worldly level. Just like these broader concepts about like anthropology and stuff, and like human psychology and philosophy.
Excuse me. Do you think it answers a lot of those questions, like about like what I think, like what people really care about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I when you told me you were gonna do it, and I was like, wow, that's a really interesting idea to do that, and like I really enjoyed my religion classes in college, like a lot, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had theology, like Catholic theology, and then we had and then we could pick whatever theology number 2 we wanted to take, and I was so glad I got to take South Asian religions, and then I got to learn about all this other stuff, and also have to do a lot of reading, which I'm not so good at, but but I took a lot from the lectures and all that stuff, and it really meant a lot to me. But what was I saying? Point being, but like you could choose anything, you know? You know what I mean? Like you could choose anything. Do you think that like was this like yeah, but I think this is the most important thing.
Okay, here it's actually what Jocko was just saying, very angrily and not looking me in the eyes, like good. It's about the quotes we're reading where he's like, stop fumbling around with like, oh, you know, is this the perfect?
You know, like yeah. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get caught up in that.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it's the best.
How many times did I go through that? Oh man, I should go do this.
Yeah.
We were just literally having this conversation yesterday about decision making and me reading reading that essay or listening to that Tim Ferriss read that essay about decision making and why you should just freaking speed it up.
You should.
Yeah. And it's like stop fumbling, stop messing around, and just do it. Stop planning.
Yeah.
Stop doing. Stop fumbling around. Just go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
it. No, that's exactly what we just saw it.
Because you could basically fumble around with this question forever, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is basically that, like, you don't know if this is the be all and end all answer of what you should be studying, right?
I don't know. But you like lives with that uncertainty in the moment.
Right.
You know, like
And then you end up doing nothing.
yeah.
Right. You could. No, you're. That's actually a really good point. That's a good.
Yeah. That's really. I mean, trust me. Like I've like thought circles about like what else I should be studying or
Yeah. Right.
what could be more pragmatic than that. You know, like you just tire yourself out.
Right. You do.
You know, and like it gets you nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought like just really like reach in my gut, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Some kind of instinctual decision.
Yeah, you really like pull it from there.
Yeah. Right. That makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm.
And I went with that.
Mm-hmm.
No matter whether it was right or wrong or whatever. You know, I just like it was wildly interesting. And so I just did it. That's it. I mean, I just tried not to think too hard about it or like over plan it.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not perfect. It's not.
It's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. Yeah. Yeah. That's really interesting.
I don't even have like a solid career plan for it either. You know what I mean?
You're just following your interest. Your
Yeah.
gut interest. Yeah. Which I think is like healthy, because like
because I have my eating degree. You know, like I'm not gonna start with the degree I have currently, so that helps my like decision making process too.
Yeah, you do. You have a real skill set.
Yeah.
You know.
So, I mean, it's not like I wouldn't suggest following your gut blindly if it's like dangerous or if you think it's like not going to be fruitful, like logistically, like you're not going to be able to literally eat.
No, totally. Yeah. Totally.
You know.
Yeah. Right.
That should always be the first priority.
Yeah. Right.
Because if you don't fulfill that, if you don't nourish literally that, then you can't even begin to start dreaming whatever dreams you even have. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that baseline definitely helps.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, dude. Yeah. Because what I think, I mean, I see you. You're out there. You said you were gonna go back and you were gonna go do this, and I think it's really awesome. Like, I think it's cool that you're gonna go do this. I hope that you learn a lot, and I hope you retain a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because you're interested, you're gonna retain a lot, and I hope to ask you a lot of questions about, like, tell me about this religion, tell me about that religion, tell me about this, tell me about that.
I want to be like that guy.
Yeah.
You know, like a go-to, just like have like baseline knowledge of a lot.
Like encyclopedic knowledge almost, like great baseline knowledge about it, you know.
Yeah.
And
it's like one of the Strokes guitarists was like, oh, when I first started playing guitar, I just wanted to play every riff I could so that someone could like ask me for a riff and then I could just rattle it out.
Yeah, rattle it out. Okay.
And he like started with like a Pearl Jam song, Yellow Lead Better or whatever.
Okay.
And he said he felt really accomplished just learning that riff.
Right.
And then like continuing off of that. But that always like made sense to me. Just not with music or with riffs or anything, but I've always wanted to be able to explain to somebody. I don't know, like the stories, like these like theological stories, because they're like super interesting to me.
They are interesting to me too. Yeah, I love them.
And just like, it kind of like shaped our entire culture. Like all these different stories. Like there's people who behave a certain way because of these like texts, and it's like worth a look.
The perspective that I have read a lot about, that I read about, that is that I think is valid, but also still speaks to that you're learning something interesting and valuable. is that people shape. This might leave CBS territory, so I might have to stop.
Oops, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do
No.
it.
So, but it won't. I won't let it. Basically, people are inherently inherently have these morals, right? And what happens is they like basically you see it as like you can see religion as the source. Some people see religion as a source. Some people see religion as the as just a reflection of humanity. What it deep down might think, like the deep down search for morality
Mm-hmm.
is religion, like morality and like why we exist and answering. There's so many things. There's morality. There's why we exist. All these questions, all these philosophies, because religion has philosophy in it. Like
Yeah.
I think.
No, it speaks to human beings.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that like humans, it's a reflection of humanity.
Yeah.
But maybe it's also a reflection and a source. Like maybe it's
Yeah.
both. Like maybe you're right. Like maybe it's like people write it and they're like I don't know, and then they see it and they're like well I'm just gonna do. It was a reflection of one guy, but it really resonated with this guy. But it only resonates with you, I think, if you have it in a like I think if you it'll only resonate with you if it's like there's some gut feeling.
Yeah.
But some people follow it even if it doesn't resonate with them, right? So like you could be right, you know what I mean with that. Maybe it's just really both. But I think it starts with deep down like it's man's search for meaning. Whoever wrote that book. I didn't read it. I want to read it.
It has to though.
What's that?
Well, you just said it has to. Like it starts from an innate feeling.
Innate feeling. Like it's just like a feeling people have. I think there's a deep morality we're trying to deconstruct that people have, and they like try to like put it out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like maybe some people are more in touch with that, and then they write it, and then I don't know. There's so much there. There's like what stories mean and what stories resonate with people. Like that's so interesting to me. Like why does this story, like why does the hero's journey resonate with people? That's interesting to me. That's why I want to watch that Joseph Campbell.
Oh man.
I gotta see it, right?
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I don't like recommending stuff, but
No.
I'll watch like 10 minutes.
No, I know I'll be into it.
Yeah.
Because I like that. I like what is it, the hero's journey, all that stuff, like things that resonate with people.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he come from? What's his background? Why does he know all this stuff?
I don't know. He's just an American.
He's just a smart guy.
Smart guy.
Yeah. Smart guy.
I'm getting like super in tune with the.
Oh yeah. Copyright strike, right? I'm learning so much through this stream, dude. Like, I am like the stream, like it's so different. Like doing like this in like kind of a Rogan podcast, like it feels good, and it feels so different, and it feels so different than like I don't know if anybody's watching right now, but I don't care.
I just like that it's set up.
I just like that it's set up, and we have this and it's working, and we have these microphones in front of us, and we're finally recording these conversations, and we're egotistical enough. Like I'm egotistical enough to think I feel like this is the ego in me. All right, I feel personally that me and you have a relationship that's entertaining, that could be entertaining to other people.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Okay.
Because we've witnessed other people being entertained by it already.
We have,
yeah.
Right? But can you explain to me, because I can't generate any other examples than the time we did RE5 and everybody wanted to watch us and all that stuff, and we said nobody come, and then but people are people entertained by us? I'm so entertained by us that I feel like Kevin Kelly's essay, 1,000 True Fans. I sent that to you. I did send it to you. I know that you got a lot of reading, but I did send it to you. Did you read it?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Read it when you're free. Right? I sent it like a week ago. Oh. You're literally going through 12 credits, right now? That's a lot. But I explained the concept to you, right? We got 1,000 True Fans, right? Maybe there's 1,000 people out in the world if we advertise strong enough. I just feel like there's something really special about our relationship, and like I think it's entertaining.
So do I. Yeah, I think it's like infectious. Like I feel like it garners like attention for real.
I feel like we seek to be entertaining. That's why.
Yeah.
Like we seek to entertain each other. Like the
Yeah.
goal is always to entertain each other. At minimum, entertain each other.
Mhm.
At our best, we're playing the game of just trying to make each other laugh as hard as we can. And we
Yeah.
could play that game right now, but we all know that that's not CBS ready, right? We're not.
No.
We're not trained well enough yet. We, you know. But the college thing was pretty funny. And the Ruby Jacko thing is funny though.
That was CBS.
And all CBS.
Yeah.
All CBS. I think
that was kind of like what's his name? That late night host who's like wacky and like laughs
Corden?
a lot. No. The guy who was on SNL.
Jimmy Fallon.
That was a little Jimmy Fallon-esque, I think.
Yeah, it was a little Jimmy Fallon-esque. I don't watch any of those late night shows. Neither do you.
Sometimes.
Oh, really?
What channel are they on?
Sometimes. I am learning so much about this whole thing. It is crazy. Like, I turned off the TV because I found myself being distracted by it. I turned off the monitor that monitors, like, our view. Like, we pretty much know that we're both in shot. So I'm good. Right? And I like this I don't like this dead-on shot. I do not like it at all.
No.
And we're facing each other and we're looking at each other, and it's so different than kind of the stream. But I'm learning. Like I feel like we're learning, and we're like putting little bits of money into it. We're like, we'll get the thing, we'll put the thing, we'll do this. I feel like this is ridiculous. For the first time, I feel like I'm really learning about something. Like, I don't know, it's like something creative that's like team based.
Mm-hmm.
Like a band almost. But like a band but we keep working at it, and like things are just like I feel like I'm like my brain is just like even when I struggle with the stream, which I do struggle with it. Like sometimes like I'm like, what do I say right now? Not really, but a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? But like Andrew's there and he's like playing Madden, and I get really frustrated. And I'm like, it's gonna be on camera. I don't care. He's like, it's fun for me, right?
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's not fun for me. It's not fun for people watching. You know? And but I still feel like I'm in it, and I'm learning though right now. I feel like I'm still learning something right now. I'm like learning.
Yeah.
There's something intensely productive about the way we've been spending Fridays.
Yeah, it's focused. It's focused, and it's like we've planted this little seed.
Right.
That like this didn't happen overnight.
No, it didn't.
It's a testament to like how you really can't just do everything all at once. It's like incremental.
It's iterative.
Yeah.
It's one of the main things I take away from what I learned in college is the iterative process and how important it is. It's basically just you try something, it doesn't work. You try to solve a problem, it works, you can improve it.
Mm-hmm.
You try to solve a problem, it works, you can still improve it.
Yeah.
But it's iterative. It's like you finish it, and then you come up with finished products, but you still can come up with more after that, right? Like it's like you could build an iPhone, but yeah, you could make an iPhone 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But smaller increments.
Yeah.
Little baby steps.
I even see it. Like I'll watch a movie or something, or like the iPhone will come out, and immediately one of my first thoughts is like, I can already see this as old technology. Like,
right, me too. Yeah.
Already, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be outdated.
Right,
like,
and you see how the ways it could be outdated.
Yeah, or like a movie, like
this will be dated.
Yeah, this will be dated soon. Or
right.
X amount of years. Like,
right, because this is gonna be improved upon and stuff like that. And then
so everything just feels like a work in progress.
Yeah.
Almost. I mean,
it feels like we started with a tent, and we're slowly building like a shack.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then slowly, it's like we're kind of, every time we come back to this, we're slowly building a house. Like, but not there yet. We're not at a house yet.
Yeah.
But like, we're like slowly, like, I don't know. There's all these little skills, these mediums, whether it's streaming, playing a game, just talking, like getting the setup right.
Yeah.
Get it? Like Andrew hates the setup. A part of me hates the setup. A part of me is like, I know I'm learning, and I feel this pain of the pain of learning. They say that that actually you do feel a little bit of pain. The pain sensors in your brain light up when you learn, and that's why you kind of just put stuff down. Like when you're done with learning ukulele, like you know what, like and you're much better than me at ukulele than I am at guitar. But like you'll play ukulele and you'll be like, okay, I've learned like 10 chords tonight.
Yeah.
You know what? Like my hands can't do it.
Yeah. You just.
And you drop it, right?
Yeah.
There's a pain center, right? And it gets activated. And I was looking at watching these videos. People want to run away from it, and that's when you want to just pick up your phone and go on Facebook, go on YouTube for a minute, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I keep my phone down. Like one thing I learned is like just try to keep the stimulation, the distractions low because you need to be in it, right? It's like Flam, right? But Flam we do once a year. Right?
Yeah.
And so much changes in a year and so many variables. This we do every Friday, right? But there's both. Like Flam is very beautiful in its own way, in a roomy kind of way, right? Right?
Yeah.
Flam is this like kind of beautiful thing. I feel like Flam is roomy, like this kind of like beautiful thing, like that is like kind of like expression at its best, right? Every year we get together, we write an album in February, and it's gone through its iterations, it's gone through its trials, it's gone through its times, it's been tough, but it kind of feels like this kind of like artistic, you know. But this is like kind of a technical knowledge. It's kind of like a craft, you know. Yeah, there's something to it, man.
Yeah, it's a little of both too. I mean,
it's an art. It's a true like technical art. Yeah. And I'm liking it. It stimulates multiple parts of my brain.
It's cool. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it that way.
You didn't think of it that way?
No.
No, it's like this very technical thing that you need to get everything together.
It's like using both, or like our entire brain.
right. Left and right. It stimulates the part of me that's like really like is problem solving. And like, oh, I need to just have these. I want to put this up. And likes tech.
Yeah.
Because I like tech. I know you like tech, right? You like tech, right? Like we like tech, but we're poor, right? Like to be honest, right? Right? And like we're using the Scarlet. Like we're using how much the thing is getting used more than ever before. Period.
Yeah. Way more.
And we're slowly investing here and there and this and that. And we all came together. We introduced our stuff, different stuff. Like I feel like I'm learning about art. I'm learning about art and creating good art and becoming good at something. I'm learning about what it takes to be good at something. I don't know. Yeah, like what it takes to be good. And like, I don't know, there's something so special about every Friday knowing that we're going to get together, that all of us are going to do our very hardest to be there and just like do a stream and like do it live. Like there's like, and like, you know, I really hated when I was acting. I didn't want to become the editor guy, right? I didn't want to become what the world has become, right? And this is what I resisted for 5 years, dude. I resisted this idea. So in tech, there's a great analogy here. There's something called the full stack programmer. Do you know what that is?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, so a full stack programmer is what all the companies are asking for now. They want a programmer who could program the database. They want a guy who could program the way the website looks.
Oh.
They want a guy who could program the web application. So they want the guy to do the layout of YouTube, the web app that runs the program that YouTube is running off, like the program of clicking play and it streams the YouTube, and then the guy who also runs the database that stores the YouTube videos that pulls out the stuff. It's a full stack, server to image to face.
Yeah.
And I had this concept, and I wanted to do this podcast, this solo podcast idea, about how the world has become everybody's full stack. A musician is full stack. A musician is both a sound technician, he's his player, he's everything now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so interesting. Like you have to learn top to bottom, the full stack. We're the camera guy. We're the audio techs.
We're everything.
We're the guys playing the music. We're gonna have music. We're the music guys. We're everything.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to me because that it's so stimulating, I think. And like what I on a diversion point is that editing is like such a there's something about doing something live. some. Oh my god, my cat's putting her paw on me. It's really cute. She always does this. She puts like one paw like this, just on me. I like it. Maybe I'll just share that with my wife. All right.
Yeah, let's stick
keep
with
it.
Rampart, okay?
She's going. It's really funny. I hope that's on camera. I don't know. Maybe not. It's weird. Like, why do they need like an animal needs to do this?
Feel safe, I guess.
Yeah, like there's something like what the heck is that?
Yeah.
That just goes to show you there's something like deeply like mammal like in us that's like that's just like there's something to that.
Yeah.
To that because that's what she does that. Kate's dog does that to me. Like she's like one paw on you. Like and it's like some safety thing. And like I know what that means and the dog knows what that means. There's something there. There's something like deep. Like
Yeah.
Like but like okay. There's something great about being live. There's something amazing about it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's just like Flam kinda, I think. 'Cause like you do it now. This is when you do it. This is when you go, it's like you can't do anything you have to do. You have to play live. Like when we were playing our stuff live, like when we play our songs live, like when we play our song live, there's like you just gotta there's something about that moment where you're just I gotta go live.
Yeah. Even if no one's listening.
Right.
Yeah.
You just have to have it all right.
Yeah.
Like this is working. Is it picking you up, talk?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like this has to work all now, and people don't edit it. Like the best thing about the Rogan podcast to me is that it's just this unedited. It's unedited and yet still good.
Yeah.
How the heck did they accomplish that? Right? No editing, but better than so many YouTube videos out there, and I could watch it for 3 hours. And I've watched more Rogan episodes than I have movies in the past year.
Yeah, wow.
That's 3 hours of sometimes watching, sometimes listening. You know what I mean? That's another thing. But there's something to this live world, and I'm so glad that like I'm almost 30 now, and like I've just discovered the beauty of this thing, and there's something so cool about it.
Yeah, I agree.
About just having to get it all right now.
Yeah, and we planned enough that like.
Right.
You know.
We have something.
Yeah.
Like if this was advertised enough, I think we could get people would want to listen to it, because I would want to listen to because guess what? If two of our friends got together, let's say two of our friends, we'll say their first letters, right? Let's say there's a guy, his first name starts with a J, okay, and he, doesn't live in New Jersey, all right?
Yeah.
All right, and he started a podcast with a guy with the first letter D, right? That is, we have, okay, how many friends do we have letter D? Two, probably, right? All right, so they start, wouldn't you want to just listen to them?
Yeah,
definitely,
right? Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't you want to listen to them? Because you like them, right?
Yeah.
Right, and like, you're just like, I would want to listen to them. Because I know them, and I got to know them. I don't know.
It's funny, because D had a radio show.
Oh, that's another one. I was talking about another one. But yeah, them two. Wow, imagine those two at it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be good.
That'd be good. Like I'd be like, I'd listen to that podcast.
Yeah.
But like, let's say they weren't our friends. 'Cause that's what, if you told me that I don't know, maybe if I got an advertisement and I saw two guys that kind of looked like us, like they're like two guys, kind of goofy guys, who are talk about religion, goof about college. Like maybe I'd be interested if it was advertised to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't click it. I'd be like, I don't want. Who cares about these two?
Yeah.
That's why I say we need advertising.
I agree.
Because I would not care. But if I saw two goofy guys, these guys, they're first generation Americans, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. They have a podcast. They play video games. Oh my god, they're playing Ragnarok Battle Offline. I love that game.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
Or they're just talking about any little thing. I'm like, oh, this guy likes the Strokes. Oh, I like the Strokes too.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. Like they're video game nerds, but they're like Naval Ravikant says, right? Like they're the video game nerds that are also like like to do normal stuff too, not just video game nerds. Like they play D&D and love tabletop RPGs, but they've also chilled at a bar and just talk to people. You know what I mean? Like, or they've just gone and played pool or something. Like they're like me and you are very multifaceted people that have varying interests that we like to learn from each other's interests, right? And I feel like we complement each other in that way. And maybe there's something to it. I really love the stream. I really love it. I really love the dedication that we've had to it.
Me too.
You too. It's stimulating, man.
Yeah.
It's very stimulating. It's hard. It's stimulating. It's hard in all the right ways.
Yeah, and it's just enough time a week that it's like
Right.
not overly cumbersome or anything.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And it's like if I had to come out of this stream, this is why I don't like want to go back and edit and stuff and like want to just be like, let's just stay CBS, let's do it. Just talk like we talk at work, but actually express like the deep philosophies that you think about on a daily basis and the existential crises that you go through because God knows that nobody's listening to me talk about that. Or how you have problems like accessing your gut decisions and how your life has just been a series of you just tossing around, should I do this? Should I do that? And I'm the same exact way. But who's listening to you talk about that? Let's be honest. Not many people.
No.
Maybe your friends if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But we have each other to talk about this stuff with, right? And we that is another aspect of it. So it's like the conversational part. And like when we were playing RBO, like something happened to my brain. Like when we were playing RBO, I started just playing RBO, and I just doped out, and I was like, block, Andrew, block, Andrew, block. Like you block, everybody back. Like let's go. You tank, you go. And there's something to that though. There's something to having the variety too. There's something to doing this and doing that. Yeah. It's like we can get really good at having conversation, but when Andrew's here, like we also like enjoy like playing the games, or like just me and you talking. He'll be playing a game. Maybe he'll play Counter-Strike next week, or maybe but like I had a feeling when he was on the phone, he sounded like he was sad he wanted to be here, and I do miss him because he's a part of this whole thing. Yeah. He is a part of it, and there's something about the trio. You always explain something about the trio. The trios never break up, and you were wrong, but but they do stay together for a long time. But that's a harder quote to say. Trios stay together for a really long time. Okay. What are you gonna say? Like the Police had Sting, and he went and he did his own thing, right? And he was Sting, right? Every trio is different naturally because Blink is very different than Police. Is different. Is like I just think that's so interesting because we're not like Blink is like a really talented drummer, a really great songwriter, and Mark, and right, and I love Mark because he's the one I feel like I could relate to most to because I could play a lot of his bass lines. You know what I mean? So I'm happy with it. And I hope that's not blocking your face. I think it might be.
This one's good.
Okay. Should we check?
No, look, I'm staring right at the camera. You can check if you want.
Let's check it.
I know you want to.
I know you want to. But it's. You're right. You're good. You're good. Should we check for we have watchers? No, they don't feel like people are watching. I don't care. I have to do this like I feel like nobody says. Like that's the difference between like maybe the streamer, the this and that. There's the streamer way of doing it, like focusing on the watchers, like that guy who would bob his head and he was like, the Mario Kart videos.
Which guy?
The black guy who's like, I love this video.
Oh yeah. Can we watch him again?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find him again. He's got 1,000 viewers.
You're not gonna find them, are you?
I doubt it, man. But he's in the like we still have to learn about advertising. We have to learn about these platforms. We still don't really understand the platforms that well, and there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot to learn about art and putting on a good show and doing all that stuff. We're diverse. Don't you want to watch us? That's what we're gonna do. Don't you want to watch? We're so diverse. Look at us. JohnAndy.com.
You have to watch.
You have to watch. Don't you understand diversity?
Yeah. Where's my representation?
Where's my representation on late night?
You better watch us.
A YouTuber just got a late night show.
Yeah?
Yeah. Indian woman. Yeah.
Okay.
She's huge on YouTube. I don't know if you've heard of her, Lily Singh. She got a YouTube. She's got a lot. She follows up like 1,000. Corden? I don't know. One of those. She's a follow-up show to one of the big ones. She's literally one of the biggest things on YouTube.
Wow. Good for her.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I was really jealous for a while. Yeah. I mean, I literally watched this new Zach Galifianakis movie.
How was it? I wanted to watch
It's
it.
funny. It's really funny. You should definitely watch it because it had me and Katie laughing really hard. And
Yeah.
it's so hard to make me laugh.
Oh, nice.
Right. People say I laugh easy. I laugh easy because I'm faking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because
you like Zach a lot.
oh, I love Zach
You
Galifianakis.
got that Wolfpack shirt.
Yeah. I had the shirt,
The
right?
shirt and
The poster. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
That was me, not D, right? So, no, I like Between Two Ferns a lot, and
Me
I like
too.
because I like mean humor sometimes. But we're diverse, so you better watch us. So. Yeah, so I watched it. Guess what? Somebody we saw on a UCB show is one of the main actors in it.
Damn.
I know this girl,
Wow.
and I got ultra jealous. She's the one who ran through a door, like they made a door, a fake door, right? And she ran through it, and then me, you, and B looked at each other and I'm like, "Wasn't there a door there?" Right? And it was one of the me, you, and B went to go see a UCB show.
Yeah.
She was there, and she's literally in Zach Galifianakis, and she is around our age or something, very accomplished, and I got super jealous, like
Damn.
ultra jealous.
Did you study with her?
She was already in
Okay.
advanced classes, but I know her,
Wow.
like not personally.
Yeah.
She has no idea who I am. She's in Zach Galifianakis' movie, acting with some of the most famous actors in the universe.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have a huge part, but she's in almost every 10 minutes you see her.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a
She
lot.
acts directly with Zach. She has scenes directly with Zach Galifianakis over and over and over.
That could have been you.
It could have been, right? But it could have not, right? Like that's what I was so jealous. And I was thinking, hey, I was like, I'm so jealous right now, right? And I was jealous of this girl who got the late night show. I'm like, what the heck? But like I know that my heart was not. I was not. This feels like I'm doing me finally.
Yeah, you don't want to force it.
Right? This is me, man. I don't go watch improv, but I watch what I do. What do I do? I listen to a lot of podcasts. So mostly the same guys, maybe 3 or 4 guys. I listen to their podcasts. I like podcasts, and if you have a guest on there that I like a scientist I like, I'll listen to your podcast even if I have no idea who you are, and I've done that before a lot. And I'll just go listen to random who's and what's next podcast. I love podcasts, and I love watching podcasts, and I love long form conversation. I like deep long form conversation between people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I like watching people get real people getting real, like with each
Not
other.
acting.
Huh? It's not acting. And I like acting, and I had fun with it. And but like I wasn't doing it. I wasn't coming home and memorizing monologues and all this stuff that like I could say I should have done that. But it's not. It wasn't me, man. It's not acting. You call it.
Yeah, it's not.
UCB was the most me it got. I think UCB, Christmas Chaos.
Yeah.
Maybe even doing Aladdin. That was me. Just jokey John out there having fun, joking around, being funny, and maybe even doing some of these parts that I ended up getting and stuff. But it didn't feel right. Like even doing the 48-hour film festival, I was like, this isn't me like editing and all this stuff. Like I want real, right?
Yeah.
Like you're right. You're like, it's not acting. What is it? The thing that really speaks to me in the end? Like, yeah, I like the Dark Knight trilogy. Yeah, I do. But guess what? I'm watching other people's podcasts, and I've watched not even non-Rogan podcasts for longer. Yeah, maybe I don't care about movies that much. Maybe I don't love it enough. Maybe I don't love it enough. Maybe I don't love it like.
Like think about what draws you to the Dark Knight series in the first place. Like,
Okay.
like, I mean, I'm asking you, like,
Okay.
is it like the concepts, that they're presenting, or
Yeah.
or what? Like,
Yeah. I think the Dark Knight trilogy is. I wish more movies were like that. Like really well written, really well shot, well acted. Stories about like a person,
yeah.
the hero's journey, right? But like really explored and like philosophy and stuff. But like even if it's philosophy 101, like I don't care if the Dark Knight movie is philosophy 101 like played out. That's better than having no philosophy. Like how many times in a cool superhero movie, like it's stylized action, style meets it's so many things at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something. It's so beautiful.
But like, what do you like if you were to strip that down to like podcast level, or you're just talking about the different things in Dark Knight? Like, would that like satiate enough? Like, like, or are they just two different things?
I think that's a really good question.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good question. I think. Yeah. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, like, what would be more important to you to like go and output the Dark Knight, or go and output like conversations that go deeper than Dark Knight, I guess, essentially.
Okay, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Because here's the answer, and I do have one. Both. See, this is the reason I got into acting is because I love great movies, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a part of a system where I'd be able to create those. But movies, here's the difference. I could create this with you and me, right? If I had a whole team, I'd make a movie that would listen to me, and I could direct. Because you could say that I've kind of taken the director position in a lot of things. I kind of basically yell at you guys until we do what I say for the stream. Make the stream. I direct it. I direct every time. I'm always trying to direct Flam. I directed our song that we made, our favorite song. I directed it, right?
Yeah.
Right. I directed, acted, right? Directed, lead, right?
Right.
But we made the song because we had the people. We had a great guitarist, right?
Yeah.
And we had the great sample that E made, and we had everything came together. And that's a really good point that you make. And I thought the 40-hour film festival, I could get that. But controlling that many people and directing that many people is really hard. And I fell in love with the idea of making movies when I made Nintendo Psycho with my roommates. And they listened to Crazy John direct it. And guess what? I was directing and I was leading, and I had some great listeners.
Yeah.
Right? I had great listeners, not just a bunch of Redditors. Yeah. I was not happy about our 48-hour film. So no one will ever see this, but I was really unhappy about the fact that how it turned out and how none of you. Oh God, You know what? Like we could like have it out sometime. Let's have it out sometime. Okay. Oh man. Nobody listened to me about that one. But you were there for me, and my friends were there for me. My friends provided me a house and all this stuff. And my friends always were there, and actually that's really touching. B provided a house for us, and I don't think he even care if he got mentioned on here. I actually was thinking he could be our like resident, like the Roots on.
Oh boy,
yeah, he literally could, right? Couldn't he? And it'd be awesome. So I had this idea of we could do a live show. We'll do one live show at QXT's once we build an audience.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And we have B do the piano for us, like the piano outros, intros, and entertain until we go on transitions and stuff.
Cool.
We literally have a band, like it's the Tonight Show band.
Yeah.
And we do it all like a Tonight Show, but we do it all. We call it the life advice thing. This is my idea. We call it life advice, and we have people come ask us. We have a microphone set up down there on the floor, and they ask us questions. So we don't prepare, right? Yeah. And they come ask us about we invite all of our friends. Basically, this is one party for us, right? Yeah. And we're like, ask us like what would you want to do with your life? Like, and we all the three of us answer. Like Andrew's like, jump off, go jump out a window. And like you're like, well, I don't know. narrate that. We have maybe Andrew will play like Madden on the screen behind us or something, right? While it's all going on, but they ask us questions. We could do a song, we could do this, we could do that. We just do the live show.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be funny once we kind of once we feel good next summer maybe.
Yeah.
We'll ask to do a live show and maybe we'll ask all our friends to come.
That'd be cool.
It'd be cool, right? So I think that what comes down to it is resources. If I had the resources to make The Dark Knight, I would make The Dark Knight.
I feel like even being a director, like, it's not going to be your vision.
Right. You're right.
It's
You're right.
like this collective.
Right.
You know?
But you're not gonna have people like dipping around on set, right? Like you're not gonna have because people are paid to be there and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but you're right. But this isn't even 100% like I could decide like what you do. You know what I mean? Like the direction is supposed to be like you set the stage for the world to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't know Bale was gonna act a certain way or Heath was gonna act a certain way or Eckhart was gonna do a certain thing. And like that's like it's not all gonna turn out or the cinematographer's gonna make it look so perfect. But everybody cares, right, about the end product.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like a big thing, right? And you have people who are doing what they're good at. And with the 48-hour thing, we let everybody was a writer, everybody was a thing, everybody had input. I had no input. And I like to lead and think because I feel like I have a good idea. I have a really great imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody has a great. You agree?
Yeah.
Right? I have a pretty good imagination. I could see things, I could visualize things that people can't. Right? But they could do a lot of things. Right? Right? Because my creative brain has made me not so good at a lot of things. And so maybe just good at coming up with a vision. And maybe I can't play the guitar like Cole Train from Gears of War.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that. But I can but I could set the stage for it to happen, and I can't come up with a drum sample.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I've tried. It's hard. It would take me hours to learn it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not that good at. It's not me playing to my strengths, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, look, we could get you being the singer and me playing the ukulele, and we could just have two chords, like C and A or whatever, D, F, right? And then yeah, we can do that, but are we playing to our strengths? Like, is that who we really are?
Hell no.
No, it isn't. It isn't, right? Like, there's a reason. Like, we're doing it here, like at my house, right? And we're doing it here because I want this control because I have a vision. I have visions, right, of how it could be. And you can understand my visions because you have a good imagination too. Mine's a little crazier,
Yeah.
right? I have a crazy imagination. I have a brain that's like just talking and loud.
Yeah.
And like, I have this thing where I don't need to think that much before speaking. I could just kind of.
That's amazing.
And it's a thing, right? It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It is.
I can improvise at the voice, right? Right? And that's not to say you're not really freaking good at talking, or you're not really freaking good at talking to people, or you're really, really good at it, right? I'm fast. That's all. That's all it is. I'm just fast at saying my vision. So it makes me a good director.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe I would have been good on it. But the thing is that we don't have the Dark Knight, right? We should be always starting at what you could do with what you have. I should be thinking about my engineering education. What can you do with the resources you have right in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
And the podcast reaches can speak to so many things, philosophy for this, and everything like the Dark Knight trilogy hits, where like it hits a million things. Podcasts can hit a million things.
It can, yeah.
Right? And streams and stuff. I don't watch streams, but I don't watch streams because I feel like they're not advertised to me. That's why I feel like I don't watch streams.
I don't ever see ads for them.
Never. And like, I'm sure if there was a great stream I know that like all these famous people get together and play Fortnite and stuff. I'm like, I never know when it's on, so like, well, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
It's like MMA. MMA is advertised to me, and like I definitely would watch a fight if it was like just on YouTube and you just click like, oh, watch now.
Yeah.
But it's not. So I want to see a fight. It's more interesting to me than watching football.
Yeah.
Because it's people hitting each other. That's interesting.
I like that.
right? But the accessibility, the advertising, it's not there. I feel like it's not there for me. Maybe they don't need me. I feel like I would add a lot. I would add a lot if you could reach another audience of people who want to see people getting hit in the face, because both you and me both like seeing that kind of thing, like seeing people fight. So I like it. I don't know. Well, why did we watch Dragon Ball Z? Like we didn't like watching people people duke it out, right?
Yeah.
Right? But they put it on TV and they put it here at this time and you can watch it, right? Like they drew it. Right?
Yeah.
But you're so right. That answers such an interesting point. Like the movie, what I was asking for was to be an actor. Like I wanted to be Bale, right? I wanted to act or lead, like just like Ben Affleck wanted to do with wanting his own Batman movie. He wanted to be the lead and direct it.
Who?
Ben Affleck when he wanted.
Oh
his own
yeah, the Batman.
The Batman, and kind of like Ryan Reynolds, but like I'm not Ryan Reynolds. I don't have the resources to hire a great visionary director and hire all these people who I think would be good to produce, basically produce, and to produce something like Ryan Reynolds could, because Ryan Reynolds has a lot of money, a lot of star power, and he deserves every bit of it, because he deserves everything he has, because I have a lot of respect for Ryan Reynolds. He does. He's a great person. We've always had respect for Ryan Reynolds. Star of Definitely Maybe. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. We've had respect. It's a funny movie. It's a good movie, right? And he's always been like very likable. He's extremely charismatic. And I don't say that often because I don't think many people are charismatic, but I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I like the guy. And it was a problem of, I think, resource allocation. My heart was in the wrong place, man. I was just trying to become like a big actor, and I should have just been like spoke to what I loved more. But like I saw actors, and they're advertised stronger to me, so I'm like, they have the best. And
yeah, it just comes with figuring it out.
And now I feel like podcasting like when we were talking on the phone today and we were like just doing our Anchor podcast, I was like, this feels good. This feels really good. Like we're getting some like real moments here.
Yeah.
And that's what people look for when they're, I don't know, watching stuff. Like you don't realize it, but that's what you're looking for. People to be honest. Like when the Black Keys are on there, you want to hear Pat ream, CBS, the music industry.
Yeah.
You want to hear that.
Yeah.
And when Bill Burr was on recently, it was not a good podcast. All he comes on to is to promote his special. He says it every time. I'm just here to promote my special. He doesn't want to get real with Rogan.
Yeah.
Rogan one time asked him last time he was on, he was like, what do you think the meaning of us being here is? And I want to know what Bill Burr thinks about that.
Yeah.
Okay? I want to know what the Black Keys thinks about that. All right? Because these guys create art, right? And I want to know what they think. I want to know what a scientist thinks about that. I want to know what a lot of people think about that. Because I don't know.
Yeah. And what did he say?
He said, oh, come on, I'm just here to promote my podcast. my special.
That's
and I was
funny.
like,
Well, it would have been nice for a legitimate answer. Yeah.
Right, and then I was like, that's why this is struggling to hit that level of just being like, wow, this is so interesting.
Yeah.
And that's why podcasting is so interesting, because people are real, And yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that was his answer.
His answer is that all he cares about is his special. That's yeah. Wasn't an interesting one.
His career,
Yeah. That's a great. He meant that way too. He's like, I came on here like I want, like the meaning of it was that like maybe it's my greed.
Yeah.
My greed. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh man. But we do this once a week. It's enough. I feel like it all evolved from church though.
Church?
From churching. Sunday church.
Oh, yeah.
But even then, even church maybe. Just the regular activity of us going. I feel like this all evolved from that, dude. Because it's me and Andrew hanging out every Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And him always wanting to be there, right? And then you were there a lot of the time. A lot of the time you were there. And you liked it too. And I could tell you cherished it, because a lot of times it's just you and me.
Yeah.
Right? But this evolved because I switched it. I was like, you know what? Let's just move it to because it was all Andrew's idea. You want to do a stream? And I was like, yes, I want to do a stream. And we said it while we were trying to shoot a video, like trick shots video, and it was so funny. It was so funny.
What shots video?
Trick shots video, like a trick shot basketball,
yeah.
right? Because it was a Sunday that no one showed up, right? And he was doing half-court throws, and I was editing real quick, and like it was funny, but like it all evolved from it. And this is what I think a big secret is consistency can really work.
Yeah.
Because we were consistent about showing up, right? We were really consistent. You were too. Showing up, inviting our friends, and playing some kind of sport. But it evolved into this, and we stopped doing Sundays. I stopped it.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, let's do Fridays. Let's do the stream. It all came from that, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, it is the consistency of
It's a consistency.
Yeah, it's like a rhythm. This is the momentum of that.
Right. It is the momentum
of
of
that summer. Yeah.
It's literally iterative process of that evolving week to 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 week.
It's just showing up.
It's just showing up.
Yeah.
It was showing up, and like you could. The thing is that the only way to get consistent about showing up is having something you love there. And I love my friends, so like like it's a good motivator, right? Like with acting, it was hard. Like the motivation of going into the city, like I wasn't in love with it. You know, I wasn't in love with it. Like just like I love this process, and like it's like a marriage. You know what I mean? Like why does my marriage work? Why are we shooting this in here? Why is my wife not here right now? It's because we spent a lot of time together consistently. We love each other. And we've gotten to the point, you know, where we're like, okay, like this can we can incorporate certain parts of our life, and we're doing it here now, right? All about consistency. The consistency of our friendship, dude.
Yeah.
Just it's to do with you. Specifically Gus. Visiting me when I left for college. Visiting me, you know, year after year, when I went off to college. Visiting me when I lived in DC. Multiple times.
Yeah.
It's our consistent relationship. You could say this all evolved from those hangouts of sitting there and trying to play Naruto 4 on the GameCube.
Yeah. Unreleased.
Right? Or even as simple as sitting at the lunch table making fun of bullying people at our lunch table.
Yeah.
They were okay with it, guys. They beat us up anyway. All right. We're all friends. No bullying. It wasn't bullying. It was just us joshing around. It's okay. I got beat up pretty bad on the football team, so maybe that makes it okay, right? You could say that it all evolved from that.
Yeah.
But the consistency of the week to week to week, and this evolves from all the way from idea of Friend Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a reason I didn't want to even like I couldn't keep up Friend Fridays is because what makes the stream hit all these things for me is that we're doing art.
Yeah.
Right? We're doing something hard, and we're working towards something as a group. Some art, some technical problems. I'm getting stimulated in a lot of different directions.
Yeah. No, I think you're on something. I think it really is just like dude, it's that consistency.
It's love and consistency.
Yeah.
It's love and consistency. You just become obsessed with something.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be obsessed. You can't be like consistent and then like not love it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not the same. It won't do anything for you. It's like when we were doing those kettlebell swings, like I felt great today. I had this weird feeling where I feel like a god yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? From today, I felt like this weird feeling. I was like, I feel great. I was like, oh, it's probably because I did those crazy leg presses.
Yeah.
And I woke my body up. And I do this thing when I'm at work. I go on walks and I wake my body up.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so much better when I'm done. Right?
Yeah.
And I love it. Right? And I walk every single day of work, every day for 30 minutes, every day. Every single day. I do that. I walk for 30 minutes. Every day I meditate. Every day I walk. Of work, at least, right? I do the work. I've been consistent on the same diet, right? I love how I feel on this diet. That's it. Everything is just I felt so much better. Like, before I would get sick after eating every meal, I would feel sick. After we eat some bread, I would get so tired. And now it's concentrated to one Saturday a week.
Yeah.
The love of ukulele, man.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Bring
Yeah.
it. Bring that sucker in.
Oh yeah.
You get into it. That's when you know you really like the conversation. When you forget about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ukulele. What about your love of this, dude?
Without love, I wouldn't have been able to learn anything. I would have just dropped it like a lot of people I know.
Is there a lot of people you know?
There's a lot of people I know who have picked it up and dropped it.
I have picked it up and I learned a couple chords, and I do know some chords on it. And I practiced, dude. I did practice.
That's good.
Okay, so I could just at least have some base understanding of it. And I learned 2 songs, and I was like, all right, this is so hard for me because this is something where I'm not playing to my strength. I know. Finger coordination. All right. A lot of people are much faster than me at typing. Like the people, like
Yeah, I'm not that fast of a typer actually.
No.
I'm like decent, but
What's decent?
a little slower than the average person.
Really?
I think so.
I'm I'm okay, but people beat me. Like if you practice, you'll be better than me.
Mm.
And it's like guitar. People who practice guitar are better than me, and I could tell. I see people. I've taught people guitar because I'm a pretty good teacher. I've taught people ukulele. I've taught people, oh, here's ukulele, right? This thing, because I'm good at like expressing these things because they're so hard for me to learn. But it takes me. I'm not good. It's not my like talent. There's something there. There's nothing innate. I don't have an innate inclination towards hand-eye coordination. Towards hand. It's hand, specifically hand-eye coordination. Like I specifically am not that good at moving my fingers in time and moving my hands. Like I could be good at like maybe like my reflexes could be pretty good, like or something, but like there's something off. Like I could practice basketball for a while and I still am not that good. You know what I mean? Like I'm like there's something there where I'm just not good at that sort of thing. And it's just like, what are you gonna do? Like I could spend hours getting good at this. I could spend hours learning to be a great editor, but I'm not that good at it. You know what I mean? I don't have an innate inclination to becoming a great editor.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I'm pretty good at live stuff. And for a while we talked about me doing stand up. Remember when I told you I was gonna quit acting?
Yeah.
I told you I was maybe I'll do drawing, right? And then I still try to draw, but I'm not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I took a drawing course, and I'm still not that good at it. Right? And I got taught by a guy who really draws for Archie, right?
Yeah.
He's a pretty great artist. And everybody in the class is able to everybody's able to keep up. But my hands are just not there.
Yeah.
But I still like learning it and practicing it, and I still practice a little bit of guitar and stuff, but I'm not good. I spent 10, 14 years at having a guitar, and I'm not that good. I've learned little tricks to play to seem like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's about it. You know what I mean? And like to be up on stage and play it. Even bass, like I'm just like not that. Like, do you have anything there that you feel like you don't have an innate inclination towards?
I feel like I express myself better not by speaking as much, or like
we've always said that.
Yeah, or like
we've always thought that.
Just minimally, like it's just not. First off, I don't think it's my strong suit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Can I navigate a conversation? Of course.
Yes.
But I feel like for me, language is just like I hit a barrier at some point where it's just like it's not enough. Like I don't know the right words, or I don't know the right combination of words.
Right. It doesn't just come to you.
No. But like when I'm playing this, or like drawing or whatever.
Yeah, which you are a very good artist.
Like I feel like I break through that. You
right.
know, like there's just like it's hard to explain actually. I think I express myself better through that.
What do you best express yourself through? What medium? Period. Of anything.
Of anything? Jeez. Hmm.
You art, writing.
I guess you
Uke is stronger than your writing.
probably.
Man, that's why our song sounds pretty good. That's why our acoustic. Wow,
Yeah.
we need to bring it down to basics this plan, man. If you feel that way, yeah, we gotta. It's so funny because I think, like, you are really like I use big words sometimes, right? Like I'll say big words sometimes, but I don't do them like some of our friends that start with the letter J do.
Mhm.
I don't throw it around like a maniac, like you know what I mean. Like I'm not like trying to. First of all, I say the word like, right? So I can slip them in. I know that I can make something. I can elevate a conversation sometimes by just like throwing a word in and just be like, and people won't say anything because usually nobody's listening to me, and usually I don't get a chance to talk. So because I know when people aren't paying attention, I can tell the second somebody stops being interested, and I don't want to talk to anyone that's not interested.
Yeah.
But let's see, we'll go get food soon.
Yeah. I'm really.
We'll go. But we'll end it on this note. But so when I went to Ireland, this thing really spoke to me when we went to the Blarney Castle and you kiss the Blarney Stone and you hang upside down, you kiss it, and it says it's supposed to give you the power of the crake, the crack. It's pronounced crack, but it's CRAIC. It's the gift of Gad, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's the gift that I feel like I have,
You definitely have it.
where you could just talk
Mhm.
and you could right, and everything, and you're witty and you're blah 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 and you're blah 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 and you're quick, right, and that's the what they call the crack, right, the crake or something, right,
Yeah.
and they say you kiss it, you get it. And I was looking at it, I was like, I feel like I have that.
Yeah.
I feel like I always pretty much there's believe me, there are 5% of situations where I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I feel like I mostly do.
Yeah. I feel like you have it pretty in control.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like you have it down pat, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But it's a skill I feel like I developed by watching people who are good at it, television. You know what I mean? Like that's when I learned it. I learned it from TV and movies and stuff, from movies growing up. Watching The Daily Show, I feel like elevated me like to a whole new level. Imagine if I read a book, right? But now that's affecting me. But like The Daily Show was really helpful because it was smarter than what I was used to coming across, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was like, oh, that's how he talks to me. That's how you can talk. And then I would get better at it because I was a really shy kid, really shy. I feel like sometimes I could be still shy, but I was ultra shy. My mom used to have to tell me like, go talk to the guy, say the game, like when I buy my game, like give him the money, and I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I kept working at it in my brain, like it's something I wanted to work at. And my mom is pretty good at talking to people, but in a very different way. And she also is kind of like Gabby and like blah blah blah, you know. And she told me to like smile and stuff like that and how to interact, but like and like just to talk to people in general, just to do it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's something that's it's sad because I really wish I was like good at this or good at that and not just good at talking because everybody talks. So it seems like what makes you special.
Yeah.
But
like I feel like I talk in my actions more. Like I feel like that maybe that's how I express myself.
in your actions,
Just kind of like how I exist, like how my mannerisms are.
yes,
Like there's just like a certain presentation to that like speaks to who I am. I mean, better than me explaining anything and just running around in
circles and kind of getting lost at words and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think what makes me and you like what makes our relationship so interesting, right? Is that I understand you really well. I feel like I understand people. That's what I feel like. I feel like I really get you, right? Because I feel you really get me, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? And like I could complete your sentences. I complete your sentences, right? I could figure out where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
But without you, like the thing is, like without, like I could maybe be able to finish the sentence, but like without you, the thought would never be expressed because there's no one else feeling the same way. Like you feel the same way as I do, but you perform the action of the listener so well. But also and you do just enough of the time that I'm able to like understand what you mean, and like even like the subtle maybe body language you have, that I'm able to understand you.
Yeah.
Right? And it works really well, right? And we're able to play off each other really well. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It works. It works. It's weird. It's funny that your actions are like it's so like I'm envious of your abilities. I think it's incredible how great you are at those things, at the things you're good at. And even though like both of us are not great guitarists, right? Right? That's out of our realm, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but but we're still the guys. But there's something else to us, right? Because we're doing something else that we're having the song where they can play on it, right?
Yeah.
Right. We got the song on Apple Music, right? Right. Like we're gonna do that for you, right? We'll put it on Apple Music.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something that I mean, just get it done, just get it done, like that drive. But you have this. I feel like here's the thought I want to end on, and then we can finish this. Like through each other, the key to the art is the collaboration. The key. Like I feel as if like you enable me to do this, to speak. Because without you, because you're such a good listener, you're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Thanks.
That I am able to I'm able to like spout this craziness, but you get it. But like I'm able to like show off this because because of you. Because of you, we're able to do this. Because you play the ukulele and I sing, we have a song, right? We have an instrumental, you have an acapella. Nobody wants to listen to acapella. People are kind of interested in instrumental. Oh, here, let's throw a vocal file, some vocals on top. Oh, they both, and it works.
Yeah.
It's like people give each other like these things to like these channels. Like it's like you're able to channel this energy that I have out into the world, into this mic, into this stream. But like Andrew here is able to channel the both of us into like kind of like doing something else,
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
No, okay, I just played Final Fantasy VII, so it's like fresh in my mind.
Yeah, go for it.
But again, with like the live stream, like you
It's the live stream.
That's all these like different souls or whatever.
Right.
But it's like you see all the different colors.
Right.
Like to form like one single stream.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it changes like the nature of it, Like it changes. If you were here right now, we'd be interacting entirely
differently. But I think that it just adds it adds so much like it's like you can think of it like colors. Like the you go from 8-bit to this certain many colors and you add all these other colors and you're like, whoa, I could create so much more.
Yeah.
Because those could build upon each other and create this other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think that like literally it's amazing. Alexa, no one was talking to you. Alexa, no one was talking to you. Alexa, enough.
Alexa's so needy, isn't she?
You just are gonna call her again. Be careful. So that was interesting. Man, I have more to say, to talk about. But I'll quickly say this. I was gonna do stand-up for a long time. I kept thinking about it. We kept talking about it. Let's go do stand-up. Then I realized that like I hear all these guys stand-up podcasts. They love going down to this. I'm like, we don't go to stand-up comedy though.
I don't think I've ever gone. I don't think I've ever gone.
That was at the open mic. We could have that for another. We could talk about Zarko Lanch at another time.
We performed it. We performed that.
Yeah, that's why.
I didn't go to see it.
That's true. I did go see one guy, but I really wanted to do it. But the thing is that the reason stand-up comedy, I didn't do it, and because I called up the place and they were like, "We have 1 million people like in line. Don't worry, you can come and join us." And,
Yeah, because I wanted to drive you.
Right.
Yeah.
They have one in Lyndhurst, and I didn't do it because I don't consume it.
That makes sense.
Right, and it just didn't feel like, why am I going to go force people to hear me, right? I consume video, I consume audio.
Disco.
Just, that was great. That was a great song. Oh my god, man. A Woman Worldwide. But yeah, I was going to do all that. I didn't. I did the stream instead, and it's totally worth it because I'm actually learning about so much more. And like I don't have to worry about like an audience needing to make an audience happen. And let's say none of you show up one time, which you guys have gone out to go hang out with my mom before, and I wanted to put an end to that, so I moved it here. And I have to do it, and I'm sure I'll learn something out of that too. But I don't think it'll be as fun to watch.
Yeah.
But let's go on that note.
Yeah, subs.
Wow, that was really cool, man. That went to some really interesting places.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could do that for fucking. Oh god.
Let's get it there so I can edit that one last part out. Oh my god.